I am Mitanaya, and today is Wednesday, and the date is 20 October. So I will tell about family travel, means where I went with my family members, and about these types of things I will tell, and how I enjoy with them, and where I went with my family members. These things I will tell. So I'm starting now. When I was child, then I did not go anywhere without my parents. Then I did not go anywhere, means then I was so child, so that's why they did not give me permission uh, for going anywhere without them. But sometime I went in lots of place from school. Some school tour, school programs I went, but otherwise when I went in a when some but most of the time I went different places with my family members, and I enjoyed lot with when I went anywhere with my family members. Then I enjoyed lot, and I went lots of places with them. Um, and I got another fun when I went outside with them. And I went once I went to the Puri with my family members. Then I was so younger, I don't remember everything properly, but I remember some things. I remember that I enjoyed a lot during this time, and it was long journey, and I wandered lots of places, and I got lots of fun. And everybody went there with us, means lots, means all members of our family went there, and it was really very long journey, and family tour. It was a big family tour when I was child. And um and otherwise every year I go different places in I go different places with my parents, during any occasion, during any get together, um, during any things, during any occasions. I go lots of places. I also go my relatives home with my parents. I don't go alone, means I don't go alone to my relatives house. I have a aunt, and I used to go to her home alone. Then I went lots of places with them, and I got lots of fun when I went outside with them. I had one aunt and one uncle, and I also had cousin. So that's why I went lots of places with them. Means every year they went outside. Like this, sometimes they went Puri, they went Digha. Means every year for they went outside for getting some refreshment. So that's why they took me with them. And I went alone, means without my parents. I went with them, and I enjoyed a lot. Once I went, I had a memory. I have a memory. And then I was child, means then maybe I did it in class 6 or 7. So then I went to the Digha with my aunts and uncle, and my cousin, and we went to the Digha through bus, and it was very well journey. Means we faced some problems. We it was we got lots of fun on bus, because we were when we were going on in the bus. Then when we went to the when we went to the Digha through bus, then we did not take so much time for reaching Digha. But we had another tiredness. Means we could not take rest properly on in the bus, and when to the at first um, we went to the bus stoppage at 7 or 6 or 7 a.m. and we reached there at 12 or 1 p.m. So that's why it was some long journey and we could not take rest properly. We took our breakfast on the bus, but we can enjoy a lot, means everybody had their own seat, and anybody did not do any quarrel. And everybody was going Digha, means everybody had to. So and we also got some company there on the bus. We got some company because our destination was same, so that's why they were gossiping with us also, means we got lots of friends on the bus, and we were gossiping and we spent it this time well. But when we traveled on bus, then it was some tired, so we were feeling very tired when we reached Digha, means because I told before that when I took bus, means when I went there through bus, then we could not take rest properly, so that's why and sometimes the road was not well. We were going through some bad way, means the road was not good, so it was so that's why we were facing some more problems. So at last we reached Digha, and there we stayed for 4 days or 5 days, and I every day at evening at evening we went to the sea beach, um, and there we ate some meals, and there we spent some time. Sometime we shopping did sometime we wandered around the sea beach, and this place was really very well place, very peaceful place. And the sea beach was also very well, means a cool air was blowing everywhere, and it was really very charming weather. And every day we went to the sea beach at evening, and after that we wandered around the sea beach, and we ate some things. We brought some things for for everyone. And we took some rest on sea beach, means we took some fresh air in on sea beach. And after that, when we returned in our hotel at night, then we sometime we also brought some food, or sometime we took our dinner in the hotel, or sometime we brought some food with us and ate it. And then when we brought any food from outside, then I then we did not eat any food, means from hotel. So that's why sometime I do it, sometime we do it, we did it. And at morning, at first we woke up in the morning, and then we went to the sea beach again, and then we took shower on sea beach. And on sea water, means we took shower, means then we enjoyed a lot. And but I had a I did not get any opportunity for getting some pictures, means then I did not use any mobile phone, means then did not, means my cousins did not have any, cousins brother did not have any mobile phone, I did not have any mobile phone. And my my aunt and uncle had mobile phone, but it was not smartphone, so that's why we could not take any selfie. We could not capture any picture, any natural picture. So that's why but I remember everything, means these was then I was enough younger, means I told that when I read it in class 8 or 7, so I remember it very well. So at morning we took a shower at first, and then we went to the outside. We booked a bus for wandering everywhere. At first we did it, and then we wandered lots of places, and we returned in our destination at night, means at evening, like 7 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. And when we returned in our destination, then we sometime when we became exhausted, then we took rest, or when we did not get exhausted, then we went to the sea beach at night, I told. So like that I enjoyed some days with my aunts and uncles, and it was and I went for 2 times with my uncles and aunt outside. Once I went to the Tarakeshwar with my once I went to the Tarapit with them. And then I was so younger, means then maybe I read it in class 5 or 6. Then I went, so I don't remember everything properly, but there had the temple of Lord Makali. So there we did worship, means every day we went to the temple. And there also had some temple of Lord Shiva. There had lots of temple of Lord Shiva everywhere. So we wandered around all places every day. Every means no, at first when we went to the therapy, then we booked a car, permanent car, and by this car we wandered all around. So this place I also went with them, and I enjoyed a lot once. And in these two place I went with them, and I remember clearly these two journey with them. But I went one more places with them, but I don't remember clearly the journey. And once and every year I told that I went outside with my family members. Means every year, especially every year, when I was child, then every year I went to the zoo with my family members. And I had a cousin brother. He was so younger, maybe his age was 4 or 5 year. So he was so younger. So once I went to the zoo with my family members aunt, and with my cousin brother, and he enjoyed lot. And then I was a little younger, so I also enjoyed a lot. And this time I went, but otherwise I went to the zoo for lots of time with my family members. And every year I went to some temple with my parents. It's not family members. I went with my parents, like Dokineshwar Kalighat temple. It's not so far from my home, so we can go in this temple every year. Means every year I went to the temple with my parents. My mother like to do worship, and she believe in God deeply. So every year she have to go, means every year she want to go this any one place, or Kalighat or temple, or Dakshineshwar temple, or otherwise when we have any occasion, like marriage anniversary, means or anyone's birthday, we go. But and before my examination, when I gave madhyamik secondary examination, then I went to the Kalighat for 2 times with my parents. This Kalighat, it's not so far from my house, so we can go anytime. So then I went for 2 times. And my mother give worship to go there. And it is short journey, but I enjoy with them. They cannot go outside so much, and I cannot go outside for my study purpose. So that's why when I can go outside with my parents or with my family members, if it's long no, if it's a short journey, then still I feel very happy. recently mm Recently, I went to the Kalighat temple, and with my parents. And we don't take so much time for going to the temple. It take 30 minutes. It take 30 or 45 minutes for going to the temple, and it also don't take so much time for giving worship. Minimum 15 minutes or 10 minutes. After that, minimum, when if you want to go Kalighat temple, then you have to take 2 or 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And sometime when we go to the temple, then sometime we took, if we went to if we go to the morning at morning, so early morning, then we take breakfast there. Once I went to the Kalighat temple at morning, and it was occasional day, means it was Poila Boishak. So that's why I went with my mother and one my aunt. uh, and we went to the temple so earlier. It was 7 p.m, sorry, 7 a.m. And it's also, I feel very peaceful, I feel very happy, means the place was really very peaceful place. I feel happy when I go to the temple. And every and there were not so much crowd at morning, so we could give worship properly. And when we were returning home, then we decided for taking some meal, for taking breakfast there. And we and there is a place, and there is a there is a shop, sweet shop. And this shop is really very famous shop, big shop, shop. And when we go to the Kalighat temple, then we take a meal or take any lunch or take a breakfast from this shop. And we decided to take our breakfast from this shop, and we took breakfast very well. And uh, and this uh, uh, and after that we came back at home. So like that, I enjoy every moment with my family members. And recently I also went to the Dokhineshwar with my all family members. And I went with my parents and one aunt, my grandmother, um, and one uncle. Uh, so it was also well journey at mm, and it we did not sure, means we were not sure for going to the place, means we were in dilemma. We faced heavy rainfall. So once we decided that we thought that we cannot go to the temple. But at last the rain stopped, and we could go to the temple. And we returned at home so late, but still we went to the place. And these types of place I went for lots of time with my family members, especially with my parents. And once I also went to the Billa Planetarium. When we went to the Dokhineshwar, then I faced some problem. It was rainy day. So that's why. And there were some problem of train, means for this pandemic situation. And for this pandemic situation, everything was closed. So that's why there were no proper time of all train. So that's why we wanted to go through train. but we missed our train, so that's why we went to the metro. um we went to the we went by metro to Dokhinapon from Domdom. At first, we went to the Domdom from Shialda, and then we went to the Dokhineshwar. Means it was the first time when I went to the Dokhineshwar by metro. So it was a kind of memorable journey. Means I could enjoy. We had little nervousness. We had another nervousness for returning home, for going to the temple, and I told that we had our nervousness for returning home. There had no proper time of train, so that's why we were feeling little nervous, but still we could reach to the Dakshineshwar temple properly. And we also had tension for returning home, so we also got train in proper time, and we could return home safely. And I could enjoy a lot with them this day. It was an unpredictable journey. Means I did not get ready for going to there, for going to the temple. I thought that it's not possible for going there during this day. So, but at last I could went. I could go. And once I went to the Birla Planetarium Museum with my father, with my parents. My father brought me museum. I did not know about museum means what were there. Means I did not have any concept, but my father took me there and show me lots of things. And then I was so younger. Means then my age was, means then I did it in class 4 or 5, so I don't remember everything clearly, but um, there had lots of things, ancient things, scientific things, lots of things. This place was really very beautiful, well placed, and I could go there with my parents. And this day I could go, I could ride metro. Means for the first time. Means my father um, took me for wandering some different places of Kolkata. And this day I also enjoyed a lot. And otherwise I also went to one more places with my all family members, my parents, brother, sister-in-law, and one aunt. And it was little big journey. Means when I did it in class 10, then I went there. So this journey I remember very well. I went to the Gangtok, Darjeeling with my family members. And at first I went to the Shiliguri, and then we went to the Gangtok. We stayed Gangtok for 2 days, and these 2 days we wandered lots of places. We went Nathula Pass, then old father temple, new father temple, lake, different lakes we could see. And we also saw a lots of places. And the scenic beauty was really very beautiful. And people of Gangtok were really very helpful. They were very jolly person. Means they were helping us a lot. Which hotel we stayed, they helped us also when we went to the outside. When we wanted to go outside, then they gave car. Means then they gave us a car for wandering around. And um, and they kept notice on our all on our all things. Means on our luxuries, all on our queries, neatness. And um, and um, and after that we went to the Darjeeling. We stayed Darjeeling for 2 days. We went to the Darjeeling from Gangtok. Two places we went. And we could see, yes, I we could see also Tista river. This river was really very well river, and the water was blue, sky blue color, and this water was neat and clean. You can see your face on the water. And there were lots of different trees, mm, and there were lots of wild trees, and we could see sunrise, we could see sunrise on Tiger Hill, and this sunrise was really very amazing. It was the first time when I could see sunrise, and it was looking really very really very well. Means I was feeling very happy. And the weather means during this time the weather was really very pleasant weather. And at first we thought that we could not see sunrise. Means the weather was changing. Means the weather was changing again and again. Sometime it was getting dark, sometime it was getting bright, or so that's why the weather was getting unpredictable. So that's why we thought that we could not see sunrise properly. But at last we could see sunrise. And I enjoyed a lot. And then after that we also saw tea gardens. I saw. And we returned home after that. And for this pandemic situation we could not go outside. Means we could not go anywhere. So that's why after getting after unlock after getting after lockdown, sorry, after lockdown, I went to the eco park with my family members. There I enjoyed a lot. And recently, we had Durga Puja few days ago, and I enjoyed a lot during this day with my family members. Ashtami and Navami, these 2 days I enjoyed with my family members. I went lots of places with my family members for watching worship of God Durga. And my maternal uncle aunt, they also came in my home. And they also went with us. And we also went to the Ganga Sagar recently we went to the Ganga Sagar. And it was Sunday I went with my family members, maternal uncle, aunt, one aunt. And when we went to the Ganga Sagar, this place was really very well placed. And but we had a long journey. We took time 5 hours for going to the place, and we changed 4 vehicles for going to the place. So we became very exhausted when we went to the place. And there um the weather was not so bright. Means the weather was cool weather. So we did not get so much exhausted in it. Means we did not feel so much tired, but we faced heavy rainfall on the road. Means so we faced some problem, we faced some happiness. Means we got some problem, we got some happiness. Means all in all, we got lots of fun during this day. And we when we came back at home, then we took also 5 hours for returning home. And after returning home, we became very tired. So and these all places I went with my parents, means with my family members. So this family journey is very well journey. When I go to any place with my friends, then it's okay. When I go to any place from school, college, then it's okay. But this family journey, when I go any place with my family members, then I feel another happiness. So it's really very good journey, well journey with family members.